So today we're gonna talk about the machine learning challenge from the Women Who Code Emerging Tech Track. At Women Who Code, our mission is to empower diverse women to excel in technology careers. Our vision is a tech industry where diverse women and historically excluded people thrive at every level. We have a strict code of conduct in place, and we don't tolerate harassment of any form in all our events. Before I continue to the machine learning challenge, I would like to update you on the upcoming events that we have in the track. So on the 17th of January, we're going to have an event on unleashing AI and machine learning in cybersecurity. And in January, later in the month, we're going to have 2 sessions on OpenVINO, which is a framework for deploying and running machine learning models. So we're going to have 1 session on how to deploy AI models using OpenVINO, and then which is going to be very theoretical. And then we're going to have a follow-up session that is going to be a very practical session, a hands-on session that will show you how to turn text into engaging visual stories using the framework. If you would like to find more about our events and to stay connected, you can scan this QR code, which will take you to all the links for our Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and our Slack. And now I'm going to proceed in our machine learning challenge, which is the reason that you're here today. So for this year, for this Women Who Code Days of Code challenge, we're going to support each other in completing the Practical Deep Learning for Coders 2022 course. And this covers topics such as learning how to build and train deep learning models. We're going to focus on random forest and regression models. We're going to find and learn more about how we can export and deploy our models so that we can then use them in web applications or mobile applications. We're going to apply deep learning to computer vision, natural language processing, tabular analysis, and collaborative filtering. And we're going to use multiple frameworks, including Pytorch, fastai, Hugging Face, Transformers, and Gradio. This course is very technical, so we're going to have a lot of exercises that will allow us to build classifiers. For example, during the first session, you will build a classifier that can detect cats from other things. On the follow-up session, you will learn how to deploy this classifier into Gradio and share this with your friends or deploy it in other machine learning applications. So beyond the image classification, we will learn how to classify sentences in US patents and detect their similarities. We're going to use random forest and collaborative filtering. And we're going to learn more about convolutions, which is a very important topic in machine learning. This course, it has 2 parts. The first one is the part that we will cover during the machine learning challenge, but then it has a follow-up part, a part B, which prepares you for using stable diffusion. I don't know if you have seen these applications that generate images based on text or apply style on images using diffusers. So if there is enough interest, we can even proceed and learn more about this as well. So why we chose a particular course and the particular challenge? I know that many of you may have coding experience, but you didn't have the chance to learn machine learning yet. So this course, this particular challenge, is easy to follow for beginners. It has a lot of practical components that will allow you to run the code and experiment with the code, and then it will help you to understand the theory behind it. So we found out that a lot of people are starting a course, but it's in machine learning, but it's very theoretical, and it's very hard to understand. That stops you and prevents you from actually following it. So this one, it has really nice assignments and really nice practical exercises that you can complete, and then you can focus on understanding the theory behind it and how everything works. So how you can participate? We will run the challenge on the deep learning channel in the WWCode Emerging Tech Track. So you can scan the QR code in order to join the channel, or click the link. I will also provide it in the chat. And the plan is that every week we will provide in the Slack channel the material to be studied, the video lecture, the assignment, and the quizzes. And we will share our results and screenshots of our developments in the channels. Of course, we can also ask our questions and discuss the findings from our assignments. As I mentioned before, the tools. So the course has eight basic chapters. Getting started is a very simple classification application it helps you to create an image classifier. Then on the second one, you learn how to deploy it. Then you focus on neural network foundations. Then you focus on natural language processing, and it's going to be the assignment to detect similarities in US patterns. Then we're going to proceed in creating our own model from scratch. So the previous chapters thus far are like ready-made models that we train them and deploy them, and then we do our own model. Then we focus on random forests, collaborating filtering, and convolutions. So the plan is to complete one part each week, and by the end of the week, to complete also the assignment and the quizzes for each part. As I mentioned, we're going to use a few tools. We're going to use Pytorch, which is an open source machine learning library. It will help us to deploy them, train the models. Fastai is a high-level deep learning library that we will use on top of Pytorch, and that is providing a very easy-to-use API for training neural networks, and it's making everything very accessible for beginners. We're going to use Kaggle, particularly some notebooks on Kaggle. Kaggle, if you haven't used it before, is a platform for machine learning and data science competition, and it also provides a lot of data sets, notebooks with code, and it has a very active community of machine learning and data scientists that are completing challenges. We're going to use also Google Colab. So on Google Colab, we're going to use Jupyter Notebooks, which is basically an easy way to write your Python code in the browser and run it in the browser. So you will not need to install any development environment. And also the code that you will create on Google Colab, it's shareable. You can add collaborators on it, and it's a really nice tool. We're also going to use Hugging Face. Hugging Face is a platform that has a lot of pre-trained models in machine learning, it also it has a very active community as well, and it also provides a lot of tools to integrate your machine learning algorithm into other projects. Gradio, finally, it's another tool that we're going to use, and we're going to use Gradio in order to deploy our machine learning applications to the web. So you can then showcase it and test it or embed it into your websites. It's a fantastic tool to use. For all the tools, we're going to provide introductory guides, so you will know how to use the tool before the session that it will be required to use it. We're going to support each other on the deep learning channel of the WWCode Emerging Tech Track. We plan to have meetings every Saturday so that we can discuss our findings. If there are any bugs or any issues with your code, we can work together and support each other in completing them, and for any other help that is required. Thank you. And now I think we have some time for questions and clarifications. I will stop my screen sharing. Nice. Happy to see all your comments. If you have any questions, please add them on the chat. Yes, I will share the link for the Slack now. Someone's asking how many days for this challenge. So in order to complete the part one, it's 8 modules, so it's basically 8 weeks. But every module is independent, so you can start and you can complete it part by part. Are we going to work on the same project in this challenge? Yes. So the challenge has 8 parts, and we're going to focus. Each part has an assignment, which is a very small project, and you can do variations. So I will give you an example. In the first practical, in the first assignment, you had to train a classifier to detect, I think it was cats from forests, but I did it to detect pickles from cats. So you can play around with it and modify it. Do I need to be advanced in Python to start with machine learning? No. You will need basic knowledge of Python because you will need to understand the code, but no advanced knowledge is required. Which Slack channel will the challenge information be posted in? It's going to be in the deep learning channel. I will add it here. Just checking if there are any other questions. Hi, everyone. Great. So yes, we're formally starting on the 17th of January. So the first part is going to be, we're going to start then. We will share, until then, we will share other material that can be beneficial for you. For example, how to use the different tools, or introduction to Python. But I mean, other than just learning how to use the tools, which is, I mean, it's very easy. I mean, if you're not familiar, you will complete like an introductory session on them. But other than that, you're ready to get started. I hope this answered the question. Great. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Hope to see you soon. Join the Deep Learning channel, and let's learn machine learning together. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys. Bye.